See them again. Won't you let me Caught it on time that time. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the live show. I'm trying to find a name for this live stream, this coil building live stream. But so we've got N.devine, N.devine83, and Wired Talk with Big G. And Rambo has the link, and hopefully he'll be popping in shortly. He might be on a call or taking a nap or something. We're not quite sure, but he hopefully will be here at some point. But in the meantime, you're stuck with us. And we're going to be building coils. We're also simulcasting on, is that the right word? Simulcasting? Is that a word? Did I just make that up?
Yes, we're
No, that's
simultaneously casting.
Yeah.
I would call it that.
Okay. So we're also live in the Coil Wars Facebook group, which is a group you should definitely check out if you're into building, which I assume you are if you're watching this stream. And we're not quite sure what we're building yet, so leave your suggestions like last time in the chat. We just started kind of talking about what we might build. Drawing inspiration from a couple people over in the Coils War chat right now, but drop your suggestions, and I'm gonna have like you guys need introductions from either of them, but I'm gonna have Nick and Big G introduce themselves. Their channels are linked in the description, so you should go check them out. And we'll start with Big G.
All right. Well, I'm Big G. I'm the host on Wild Wednesdays over on my channel, and also Saturday Night Vapor with N.devine, Crazy Face McGee, Kim Dixon, C, who is Who's Vaping Now, Knee Slap Da Ha 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 on IG, and the Nurse Vapes. And I'm also Coil Builder on IG.
Yeah, I am N.devine83. I got a coil building YouTube channel. I do coil builds on Instagram. And yeah, but most people in Coil Wars should recognize the name because it gets popped up a lot in there. That sounds so horrible. Let me rephrase that. I was in the first season of Coil Wars with on Homeboy Josh's channel, so I have a special place in my heart for Coil Wars. I even did one of the build offs for Coil Wars a while back. And I'm excited to see all the people doing this build off in Coil Wars. The new one, the quarantine build off. It's cool to see Ken in there. And yeah, other than that, I do a lot of live shows. I try to put up pre-recorded videos too, but usually live shows just coil building.
I don't think there's a more... I think Nick's channel is the greatest wealth of coil building information on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Better be with 800 fucking videos.
Yeah, and like 3 hours a piece. Yeah. Yeah, if you need to learn something, Nick, there's a really great chance Nick's covered it. Yeah. All right, so we're just going to get this kicked off. Drop suggestions in the chat. What's going on, Kim, Jerry, Red-Eyed Loon? I like that wordplay on that name. Ian Morgan, yeah. Hilicus 222. Kimmy Dixon's here. What's up, Kimmy? West Yorkshire Vapor. All right, so we kind of took a cheat method to stream into both places because we're doing Zoom. Nick is using OBS to go into the Coil Wars group, and I'm doing it through my OBS onto my channel. But there are apps, like I think it's called like Streamster or Caster maybe. There are some apps that'll allow you to go into multiple places, but they're pretty pricey. But it is possible.
Yeah, because that is what some shows do, is they'll stream everywhere. And I was wondering how they did that. Like they'll stream Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. They'll stream everywhere all at once.
Yeah,
and that's got to be really good to get your product out there, to get your content out there, is to just stream everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Plus, I mean, if you're big enough and it's worth the money, it'd be a great way to just get extra content out. And I think it works kind of like OBS, like it takes the feed and then drops it in wherever you have it with stream keys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm surprised OBS just doesn't have a thing where you could just stream it to a bunch.
I wish
it seems like it would be easy for them.
Right. I wish they did.
Because you could stream from anywhere on OBS. I mean, if you look at it, it has Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, everything.
Right.
What's up, Sean? What's up, David, Gareth, Grady? I am reading the chat here. John, what is up? Frank, what's going on? I do see vapable exotic wire. I don't know if you're asking to build one of them. Usually I go with Fralians and Aliens, or staple stagger fuse Claptons too are good. I think I might even do the stagger fuse Claptons. I might do like a 3-core stagger fuse Clapton. I forget what the last build I did here was. I would hate to do it again.
I've got a suggestion about coral variants. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm assuming that would be a difficult night.
A coral reef build is actually super simple. It's just, you just twist ribbon until you can't twist it anymore and then Clapton with it.
Oh.
It's cool looking. It's almost, you have to make it a stovetop because it's so big, and it just doesn't look too great wrapped up. Coral variations.
I've seen 0.1 by 0.1 ribbon. I'd love to get some of that and play with that.
0.1 by 0.1 ribbon?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That would be square wire.
Yeah, essentially. Yep.
0.1 by 0.1 square. I got 0.2 by 0.2 square.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna get some, but it was kind of pricey, and I was like, when am I ever gonna fucking use this shit?
Yeah, square wire's expensive.
Yeah.
Man.
Gee, what are you making again? Tell the audience what you're making.
I'm just doing a cord braid. It'll probably turn out to be like a slinger or a braidiator. It's been that long since I've done this. I don't know how it's going to turn out.
Man, I really need to learn to braid.
I'll know once it's kind of started taking shape. It's been so long since I've actually done like a proper cord braid. But basically all this is a frame staple. I don't know if you can actually see that properly, but that's a frame staple. I've just used like 6-ply or 0.3 by 0.1, 29 gauge frames, and then put some 42 gauge over the top of it. You don't want anything kind of bigger than, anything less than about 40 or 42. It'll just catch whenever you're trying to put the loops over.
Right, right.
So thinner gauges will work better, so it doesn't catch when you're putting your loops over the core.
Damn. All right, so in like 3 hours, when you have like an inch done, let us know so we can show it.
Yeah. So somebody asked about something micro for a billet box. Usually 30 gauge fuse Claptons will be good for a mouth to lung vape, or 30 or 32 gauge 3-core Aliens with like 40 or 42 gauge wrap.
You want to do some Staggertons?
Staggertons, we could do some Staggertons.
Or just some like big ass staggered fuse Claptons, like multi-core monsters?
Either of them two, I'm down for.
Okay.
Yeah, we could either do.
You know what I need to do before. All right, so if we're gonna be doing this on the regular, which I really hope we do, but now that I'm back in building, I need to get some sort of magnification something. So you recommend yours, the ones that you have?
Yeah.
Okay, what are they called? I'm gonna literally order them right now.
Either Jeweler's Loops, but it's LOUPE.
Oh, gotcha.
Or
1 second. I actually have the box to mine. They're called Belishi.
Oh wow, there's some that are way more expensive than I thought they were gonna be.
Now you can get them like for $5.
Yeah.
$17 with $3 shipping. Oh, here's $11.99. Is that a good price? Prime.
I think you can get them for like $5. Let me find the box, because I actually have the box to the ones that I have, I believe.
Oh, here's one I can clip on my glasses. And they look like Ben Franklin specs with the ones that flip over.
That'd be really handy for me because I hate having to take my glasses off all the time. And put
These
them
are
on.
mine, Sherlock.
Bialeshi? Okay. Watch
And
repair
they
magnifier.
say watch, repair, magnifier. 10, 15, 20, and 25 times magnification.
You know, it'd probably be better for me when I'm streaming, especially streaming, looking at these screens with this light in my face to not have my contacts in. They drive me fucking crazy. So if I build with my glasses on, which give me better sight to begin with, and then I get these ones that clip on my glasses, that might be a nice little setup for me.
Yeah. I'll have to check them out.
I actually built, so for people in the Coil Wars, I actually built a pair of the Helix coils that Dwayne did in the video with the Clapton ribbon, but I used an alien wrap over the ribbon instead. I could show you them, I believe, fairly easy.
Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, that looks awesome. Man, I love the pattern you got on those when you wrap them.
The spiral pattern that came out was pretty good.
I love when you get a helix that lines up perfect like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Big G. That's awesome.
That's better.
Yeah.
Snap.
Man, how the fuck did you do that?
I've got the OBS cam open, so I can have it open in Zoom. It essentially just uses OBS as like it recognizes it as a camera.
Oh, that's freaking cool, man.
The only downside is you can't use it if you're hosting on Zoom, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. But
oh, did you make me the host again?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that.
You don't have to. I'm just curious. Oh, one thing I do want to let the people on my channel know. Big announcement. The merch at SherlockHolmes.com is up and active. And so I figured I would just give you guys a little preview of what we have available. This one's cool. There's an alien pattern in Sherlock, which took me forever to make, but pumped about that one. So there's a bunch of cool shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of stuff. The exotic coils shirt with the tiger stripe pattern.
That should be a hit nowadays.
Yeah. So, yep, that's available if you wanna check it out. The pricing is not bad at all. And yeah, if you want to help support the channel, you can grab some Sherlock merch. And Nick's gonna have merch too, and we'll promote that once he gets it.
Oh shit!
I also have a Teespring store as well.
Yeah.
If you can go to my channel and you'll find the link for the Teespring store on there.
Right on. If you want some Wired Talk with Big G merch, check it out.
I've yet to sell one item.
Do you promote it?
Yeah.
Just on the channel. I haven't promoted it outside of YouTube.
Like actively, like in the video, you're like, "Hey, buy my merch."
I think I've done it a couple of things, but no more than that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't like pushing things in people's faces either.
Because I mean, I'm small fry, so it seems a bit. I'm not expecting anyone to keep, to be buying the stuff.
That's how I feel.
You're far from small fry. Come on.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. All right. So, did we decide on Staggertons then? That's what we're gonna, or staple, or staple staggered fuse Clapton? Am I saying that right? Yeah, right.
Staple stagger fuse Claptons would have the staple inside.
Oh, right. So no staple. So just staggered
fuse Clapton. You could do as many cores as you want. The basic one is the 2, right?
Right.
You
Okay.
do a 4-core or 3-core, whatever. So I think Staggertons are definitely the easier one. They're definitely less prep. So I don't care which one. Does anybody have a preference? Staggertons or stagger fuse Claptons? Could do like a, yeah, the 454 big block was a good RDA. That was like you could put 4 coils in there. It was a 1-post RDA that had a ring around it. That thing was badass. I got one.
Half stags. I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic of half stags.
You're a man that likes balance.
Yeah, yeah. I can't stand the asymmetry of like half staggers and stuff.
Yeah.
Micro SFC. Yo, fuck you, Jordan. That's a Nick coil. I'm gonna stick with like
Don't
something.
you put that curse on me, Sherlock.
I'm gonna stick with something I can fucking see. Yeah, I'm just a fucking lunatic, and I physically hurt from things that aren't symmetrical when my brain thinks they should be. So I'm not necessarily right about this by any means. I just personally am fucked up and can't handle it.
How about this? Kenny, you pick one and I'll do the other.
Well, yeah, you're
'Cause
doing the
I'm getting,
micros,
like,
motherfucker.
even. What's that?
I'm not doing the micros.
No. Do you want to do
oh.
stagger fuse Claptons or Staggertons?
I don't care. I actually, yeah, I do want to do the stagger fuse Claptons. I want to do like a bunch of cores,
Okay.
like
I'll
fucking
do the
6 or more.
Staggertons. I'll do the Staggertons. You do the stagger fuse Claptons. And because I have like literally even people saying Staggerton, stagger fuse Clapton.
What's the difference?
What's the difference between a Staggerton and a stagger fuse Clapton?
Yeah, I get lost in the names.
Staggerton is anything that uses a staggered ribbon. So I would take a ribbon stack, I would space wrap it, and that automatically makes it a Staggerton once I fuse
right.
something to it.
Okay, so the ribbon.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So any a Staggerton variation has staggered ribbon in it.
Okay, yeah,
Opposed to-
I don't care either way then. But yeah, I kind of am liking the idea of doing like a big core fused Clapton. So I think I'm gonna go for that.
There's Vapor Swagons and Stanning. How's it going, fellas?
What's that?
Vapor Swagons and Stan. Tenacious TX.
What's
What
going on,
he-
guys? Long time no see.
Oh, what are they in chat? You said.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
in
that's
chat over on my channel.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna do 28, or should I do 30 gauge cores? I don't know if I have 30 on me. Right
How
now.
many are you thinking about doing?
A bunch, so I want to try to get as low as I can. Because I want to ideally be able to vape these, because I love the way that these things vape.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Edwards. That's like my favorite loop method. That and anybody that said, and just so people know, on Coil Wars, I see a couple people said, I haven't tried a Staggerton, that you would like to see stagger fuse. I got a tutorial on both of them. Not a long ass live. I got tutorials on both of them, short tutorials on
Oh
the
man,
channel.
Swagons, I am so jealous.
Same thing with Pitchfork, but the Pitchfork one's live. I got to do a Pitchfork tutorial.
Guy, Stan and Swaggins, do you guys know if I could use CBD on on YouTube?
The links in the description.
No, I'm
Yes,
talking
right.
like smoking flower on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you could, because I know channels that do.
I think taking a VIP, don't quote me on this.
I was
think
like really
he does
sketched out about
CBD
it.
reviews. I'm not sure if he actually has used it on a review. No, Swaggin says people do it.
All right.
All right, so I'm going with 28. And because I don't have like a 29 or 30 that I can use right now, I'm going to go with the 28 and do 4 cores. So I just pulled off 2 long pieces, probably almost 2 feet of 28. And I'm going to stagger each one of them, pull them off, and then cut them. But I'll walk you through what I'm doing as I do it. And hopefully I have my close-up. Yeah, okay, so close-up
Go,
is
Stan.
going. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'll show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And we'll figure this out together. I'm going to wrap it in probably 38 or 40, whatever I grab first. Oh, fuck. What materials are you using, Nick?
I actually think I might do a 42 gauge Staggerton.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good on you, brother.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use 0.3 ribbon. Yeah, I got 0.3 ribbon. 42 gauge for the fuse and the stagger. And then I think I'll do like 29 gauge frames. So it'll be a 42 gauge Staggerton. Yeah. Staggertons are one of my favorites to do because they're fairly easy. They look really good and they're just fun to do. They're not like a coil where every time I do this, it could be a pain in the ass.
And you're stressed out the whole fucking time.
Yeah, like even a staple stagger fuse Clapton, they could be a real pain in the ass. Anytime you stagger more than one wire,
yeah,
it gets real messy.
Gets dicey.
Yeah. All right, so I got 42 gauge. I need 2 spools of 42.
I'm not live on my channel, Clayton.
All right.
Yes, Kim, I see this chat. What is up? What is up? Yeah, I don't see the YouTube chat right now on Sherlock's. I probably could get it. I just don't want to shut this shit down getting it. But sometimes when you're sharing with OBS and you go to something else, it will shut it down. Oh, shit. Shut up, Nick. Okay. There you go. Now I got both chats. I got both of them. Now I just got to position them. This should be fun.
Good on you, mate. Trying to do both.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll show you guys how I start this, and I've kind of adapted a little bit. I tried Nick's method of staggering the last time. Oh wait, I'm too far. I don't know if you can. You could barely see my chuck. Okay, so that's gonna have to do. So you guys will be able to see what I'm doing, I think. Try to get you in frame there. Is that in focus? Yeah. Okay. So I'll just space it to where you guys can see what I'm sorry, guys. I don't have my macro still, so I'm using 85 millimeter lens with an extension tube. All right.
Oh. Kim, we'll do it when we're not on Coil Wars. Yeah, Kenny, I got a great idea for a vape mat, dude.
Yo, F's in chat for vape mats. Fuck them.
Okay, well, since you already started it, we can get a fucking vape mat, right? And we'll put our coil builds on there, and we'll just make sure that we position fuck right over the vape mat symbol.
Yo, I love it. I fucking love it. Yo, I'm gonna order a bunch of those and sell them on my website.
Mm-hmm.
Or
we could even have like a bunch of fucks all over it.
Yeah.
Like fuck, that's beautiful. fuck, look at this coil, and then right over the vape mat.
Fuck vape mats. Yeah, I
Just
love
above
it.
it.
I love it. Or I'm gonna pirate their logo and custom make a fuck vape mats logo and print it like Louis Vuitton, and just have a million of them all over the vape mat and have them print it. Yo, come at me, vape mats. Let's do this. So my overhead kind of sucks right now, guys. I apologize about that. Essentially what I'm doing to get this staggered is I'm using my little staggering tool, my little weights here. But instead of just doing the one loop that I would traditionally do, I picked up a trick from Nick about the best spacing you could possibly do. And that's looping it through the spacing that you've already made. So instead of just doing one loop and letting this hang, I'm going to loop it and then loop it a few times through the spacing that I've already manually created right next to the chuck. And maybe Nick can show you guys a close-up when he does it, if he does this. I'm not sure how he's going to do his coil, but I still use my weights because I prefer them, but it just creates so much cleaner and consistent spacing. I think it's the best way to go, for me at least. I've had great results doing this.
Yeah, it's a good spec. I don't use it on ribbon, but there are people that do use it on ribbon. I don't like doing it on ribbon. I'd rather just parallel wrap the ribbon with 2 pieces of whatever I'm using. Like right now, I'm going to take 2 pieces of 42 and Clapton over the ribbon.
Oh, so you're going to burn all that 42?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I actually think that you waste less wire doing it.
How so?
Because I don't make a mistake doing it. So if I do
so like long term you're talking.
Yeah. So let's say I do it the other way. Usually the spacing doesn't come out that great, and then I'm basically throwing away all the wire. I'm throwing away the ribbon, the frames, and both 40 gauges instead of just throwing away just a little bit of 40. And I've broke it down so many times. It's 12 feet, 2 coils. After you stagger, if you rip that off, it's 12 feet of 40 gauge. If you break that down for $20 for 1,000 feet, it's like 30 cents a wire.
Yikes.
30 cents.
That adds up quick if you're making mistakes often.
Yeah, well, that's if you don't make a mistake, 30 cents, yeah.
Oh, so what does the mistake cost then?
A mistake, it's got to cost you over $250. $200, $500. It could be endless. I've once known a man that lost his house over one coil mistake. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people want that vape, but I did see that Tenacious said didn't vape mats close. That's a possibility.
I bet they fucking did, putting their goddamn logo on everything, assholes. Serves them right. No, I hate to see somebody's business close, but seriously, fuck them.
Yeah, we were joking around the other night about.
I wasn't joking.
About you get the vape mats and there are emblems on there and you can't get it taken off.
That's the kind of shit that got me kicked off the vape stew.
Yeah.
Stan knows all too well how I am. All right, so I got my thing looped up and set. Maybe you guys can see it if I go overhead. See they look like balls hanging there? Yeah, those. And I looped it through the spacing. And so I'm just going to literally squish it all back in so it's all nice and tight. And it makes it super simple. Now, I can't really freaking see this, so I'm hoping I got it all in the loops and not double it, because then my spacing will be doubled, and that would really suck. And that does look pretty big. Shit, did I do that? Fuck. Hey, if you guys are hard or site challenged like I am, and you're coil builders, let me know what solutions you've come up with to make your life easier because I'm struggling the older I get. All right, I'm gonna mute up while I do this.
All right. So I got 0.3 ribbon. I'm getting out 4 pieces. I'm going to make a ribbon stack that's an 8-ply. You know what? Fuck that. Let's go 10. Let's go 10. 0.3 N80 ribbon here. We'll go 10 pieces. So 5 pieces I need to fold in half and make 10. And then I usually have 40 gauge scrap wire here that I could wrap it all up with and make it look nice before I get it on the swivel. And then I'm going to parallel wrap that with 42 gauge, take off one of the 42s and throw it out. Yeah, lots of people like them billet boxes, man. Anybody that has that billet box likes it, and lots of people are looking for them too. I don't know if they're hard to get or something. I don't know what the deal is.
Just expensive, man.
Josh Main uses a mag light. Yeah.
I've vaped on one before. One of my mates has one. They are a good vape.
Yeah.
See that?
I heard they're like to put like a nice coil in there. They could be a little finicky. Like you got to like wick it right or whatever. I don't know. That's just some stuff that I've heard. But once you get it, that it's amazing.
Yeah, I really hope vape mats didn't go out of business because I am 100% making that graphic if they're not. And I feel bad about attacking a company that's already out of business. So I want them to be in business so I can make those mats.
Yeah.
A mag light.
Yeah, that would definitely suck. I mean, because they have been around for a while.
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
Yeah, I've ordered. I'm trying to. My Resistance Crew one says vape mats on it. They do great work. They do. They
Oh, do they?
Yeah, the Resistance Crew, the Build Mat, and the Twisted Mess is one I love. Do I have any other ones? I got to get one of them Coil Wars ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're... Unless their website is something other than vapemats.com.
Oh, that's probably what happened. They probably changed their name because, lots of companies that had
Is it
vape in their name.
custommousemaats.com? Let's see if these guys put their logo all over everything. Nope, no logos. Oh, these are relatively inexpensive. Do people buy vape mats?
Whenever we got the Resistance Crew ones, they would sell. Some of them would sit for a little bit, but we've sold a good amount of Resistance Crew vape mats. We've also given away a lot, like in giveaways and stuff. They're a great little.
Yeah. I just feel so weird about putting my name on things and like asking people to buy it. I don't feel like...
I hear that, dude. That's definitely a thing I think about with T-shirts. Like, I don't know if I want people walking around with a T-shirt with my name on it, but like the use guys thing be cool. That'd be cool. But I am the same way. I'm like, I don't know if that's something I want.
Like, do people give a shit enough to buy my merch? Like, I don't know.
And then plus, I'm the type of person, this is so me right here. Sometimes I'll be wearing a vape shirt and it won't have any words on it, but people will be like, that's a cool shirt. What's that? You know, where'd you get that? And then I have to get stuck in a conversation about vaping with somebody that doesn't vape, and it gets real awkward. Because then, somebody will be like, oh, isn't that worse for you than smoking? And you're like, all right, listen here, asshole.
Yeah. That's a good opportunity to convert people, though.
Yeah.
That's it. I want to buy shirts that people would like, that have cool designs that people would want to wear. Not, because like when I buy people like creators merch, it's because A, I want to support their channel. I like what they're doing. I like their content. Or B, it's just an awesome design.
Yeah.
And so I want to try to get into that balance for people who would like to support the channel but like actually have cool designs that people would be willing to wear.
Mr.
Yeah.
Sinister says if he remembers right, he got an email from Vape Mats a while ago, said they were closing shop.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say that's my fault or anything, but seriously, assholes, you should have taken your name off everything. Does your
Sam said
Twisted
he would
Messes
buy a
vape
shop.
mat say Vape Mats on it?
Yep.
Does it really?
Yep.
Oh, God. F's in chat for them, guys. Fuck them.
All right. Yeah, you got to figure if they don't take it off for Twisted Messes, they ain't gonna take it off for anybody, right?
Yeah, they definitely
that
wouldn't
can
take
be
it off
arranged.
for me.
Yeah.
So, should I get vape mats made? Like,
Yeah.
how big?
Stan
How
said he would
big
buy
do
a
you like
t-shirt.
your? How big do you like your vape mats?
See, okay, so that's when you get. I think these are good size, but the more I have wanted to get like a real big one, but I think people would more buy ones like this,
Like
They,
a 3, because I could get 3 foot, like 1 foot by 3 foot build mats. That'd be sweet.
You have a Patreon, right?
I do, yeah.
Why don't you ask your patrons what they think?
Oh, you know what? I am going to get some made and send them to my patrons because I have not been giving them the love that I need to.
Yeah.
So I guess it would kind of depend on your desk, right? Like how big your desk is.
Yeah, yeah. And most people, this is probably good enough.
Yeah, I always like the Twisted Messes sized one.
Yeah. I think this is the 24, or this is the 18 by 24, I think, or something like that. Oh, it's a 12 by 22.
Oh, that's not that big, actually.
Mm-mm.
So you wish you had a bigger one then?
Yeah, I would like a bigger one because I got a big table and it's like not taking up all the table.
Right.
I imagine most
Many
people that build
jokes.
a bigger one would be better.
Yeah, when I'm set up for like actual building and not filming building, my table's like 15 feet long.
I do remember that, Clayton. I do remember that. Yeah, I think there's a couple people in the community that make them too. I'll have to ask. I think Nikki B does make them.
If you guys know in chat or anybody watching on my channel, if you guys know where I should go to get some wholesale vape mats, let me know. And if you guys are just interested in something like that, let me know because I'm gonna depend on your feedback for this one before I spend the money on doing it.
Yeah.
I would like some to be able to give away when I do giveaways, and I definitely want to get one to all my Patreons. How do you say that? Patrons?
Yeah, there's a bunch of ways to say it, isn't there?
Ask her about it. Ask who about it? Are you talking to me?
Nikki B.
Nikki B.
I think they're Nikki B is what he's saying. Nikki B's good people. I know.
I don't know Nikki B, but you'll have to
get-
make an introduction for me.
Tenacious also said that he could get you a contact for it too.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
All right, awesome, Stan. Thanks. Stan, I'd love to have you Swaggins, and a couple of the other guys on at some point for a non-building show. Unless you build, Stan, you can hop on if you build. We can do a builder show. Justin, get home safe, man. Don't worry about us. We'll be here when you get back. You know what I always forget to do when I'm doing spacing anything is I'll get my wrap wire mounted and spaced and then remember that I need to cut a piece off to use as a spacer.
Yeah.
like 9 times out of 10, I forget.
Okay.
So you have a couple centimeters yet there, Big G?
Yeah, I've got about 3-4 centimeters so far.
All right.
It's going quicker than I thought it would, actually.
I can actually see that you've made progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wire talk with Big G. What are you running in your tube?
30 T's, and I have the Ardent on top with some 2-core staggered fused Claptons, and then I have some King's Custard banana cinnamon cheesecake in it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's the Dreamer.
Oh, I have my Dreamer on my desk. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's a nice mod.
I keep that thing set up.
It's actually the first stacked tube that I've had.
Oh, you want to see a
And it
nice
was a beast.
looking mod though?
Oh, wow.
What's that?
It is, I don't know the name of it, but it's ATX Cloud Tech, a shop in Austin, custom makes them. And
Nice.
it's solid copper with the glass tube inside. It's an 18650. I would love if it were 2700 or 21700, but aesthetically it's gorgeous, and the cutouts make it feel amazing.
Yeah, that would fit nice in hand.
Yeah, it grips your hand nicely without being uncomfortable, and it just looks badass. And you can get the different color glass inserts. So if you
Oh,
wanted to
that's
go
cool.
all matchy, you could.
Yeah.
And it hits so nice. Except for, there is one thing with this switch mechanism that drives me fucking crazy. It's a manual switch setup. And here, I can actually show you guys watching. So if we take a look at this switch, if I can get this in focus, here we go. Right, so the way it comes together, it constantly needs to be adjusted because it's just not, like, the threading is too smooth. It's like too loose. It's not tight enough. And so it's constantly falling below being able to make contact. And I don't want it up too high because then it'll obviously, fire the second I put the battery in. So it's always playing this little balancing act of getting this right over the Delrin. So you've got to adjust the Delrin stopper to size the battery. And then you've got to adjust the copper plate. And like, it's literally so smooth I could do it with my finger, which I don't think should be the
Jesus.
case. And so my concern was that it was going to ride up, but it's been riding down. So every time I put a battery in there, I've got to adjust it to fit the battery. And then I also, just from using it, it'll fall down. See, now, like, that didn't go together all the way. So I've got to fix the Delrin after I was messing with it. So that's got to go down. And then the switch, or the contact, has to go down. And then I got to hope I get it together correctly. And then, so even if I spin it, and it's not all the way touching like it should. So I'd have to do it again and again, but then I also have to check it and make sure I'm getting good. It's like, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So if this had a switch like the Dreamer does, like some sort of like nice auto adjusting, just functional switch, it would be an amazing mod. But I can't sign off on this mod with how finicky this switch is. That's even worse.
So I got my 42 gauge in these bags. The bags are slightly open. When I pull the 40 gauge, the spool will turn in the bag. And I got two spools. 2 spools of 42 gauge.
And so you're just going to hold the bags parallel and run it?
Nah, the bags go on the floor and I hold the fuse wires together nice and tight. So the bags are basically just making sure the spools don't explode.
Right.
And that the spools keep turning without exploding. and just Clapton it with my hands is usually the best way I find to do it, because I have control over how tight they are and all that.
Stan, I have no idea what dielectric greases are, and I definitely don't have that. I do have Loctite, like blue and red Loctite, but obviously I don't want to use that since I need to adjust it. Can I pick up dielectric grease at like a hardware store or something?
I don't know. Sounds expensive.
It does. I'd rather just use my Dreamer or some other mod than have to do that.
Stan's like, I got a great fix for that.
Yeah.
Just use the Dreamer.
Yeah.
That's a shelf mod.
See, I did it. I put 2 wraps in the... Fuck. My spacing's too fat, right? Is it? Why do my eyes have to be so bad? Yeah, that's way too spaced. Okay, fuck.
It's available at all auto parts stores for lights and IG and for headlights.
Okay.
What's up, Toos? What is up, everybody? I don't know how many people are watching on Facebook, but what's up, Facebook? Me and Kenny been doing we've been doing shows at least once a week on one of our channels, maybe both sometimes. So anybody that doesn't know, all 3 of us have Coil building channels. Dwayne does have a link, so hopefully he will pop in. If not, we could do it again, whatever.
If he doesn't show, I am not putting him in the title or thumbnail next time.
Yeah, because it would seem like it's like, yeah, it would be like if I do
He's
a show
making
tomorrow,
me the
like,
liar, you know?
N.devine, and Johnny Depp live.
Right.
Johnny Depp's got a link. I'm telling you, he's got a link, so he should be here soon.
Yep. Fuck.
I know Nikki Chevy Man, but thank you. I got it. Cool. Thank you. Vaseline people are saying too. Man, by the time Sherlock's done, that fucking mod's gonna be all tarnished up. Sherlock's doing stagger fuse Claptons, I think a 4-core. I'm doing Staggertons. I'm doing 42 gauge Staggertons, 10 ply right now. I got a Clapton with this 42 gauge, parallel Clapton 42. I actually may need more light or something for this. Maybe I'll put my glasses on.
I'm less confident in this one. I don't know what is going on.
Kennedy makes some great stuff for sure.
Dude, I want a ruby and a vindicator like nobody's business.
Yeah. The rubies I could do without. They're very nice.
Fucking love the rubies.
That's the one that's all in one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do without that one, but just about everything else they make.
Yeah, see, the ruby's tough because if you don't love the way that it performs, you're stuck with a $300 or $200 mod that you don't like and can't change the atomizer.
Yeah. All right, I gotta mute myself here.
Probably should have made my loops a bit longer.
All right. Second core done. I'm contemplating doing 6, but if I do 6 cores, I'm going to be fucking wrapping this forever because I'm going to be using the hand drill to wrap these. And I just don't feel like struggling so hard.
Yeah.
Honestly. Oh, but here I can show you guys, for those of you who are curious about the last stream we did. How focused can I get? All right, so unfortunately it's still not what I would like to show you, but so there's my staggered alien thing from the other night, and here's one that I redid today. So I'm still struggling with this build, and I was using the same materials and everything. Rambo messaged me and told me all the things I was doing wrong and how I should do it like he does. So maybe I'll give that a shot since he's God's gift to no stretch. and try it again. He did have some very valid critiques though, and he was definitely right about a bunch. Yeah, I mean, I got and the one I did today definitely came out cleaner. It's definitely, for me at least, different when I don't have a camera and lights in my face. It's much easier. But I did make a mistake, like just a little mistake, but I hit it on the bottom. So this one's definitely it's going to be more photogenic than the other one, that's for sure. I'm going to have to work harder with the other one to make it look good in front of the lens. But now that I have 2 of them, I can actually set them up as a dual coil and take some photos of it. Let's see. So, okay, yeah, I do apologize, guys, about the lack of the overhead. My new macro should be here within a week or 2. Unfortunately, it's not considered essential, so it might take a little while to get here. And I'm also going to order a macro rail, because I think if you're using a phone, that would be one piece of kit or a piece of gear other than lighting that you should invest the $10 to $30 in. That would innumerably make your photos miles better. And I'm going to do a video, maybe even a live stream, about how to stack with a cell phone.
Yeah, I know there was a few people asking.
Yeah, and I definitely want to, because I know the vast majority of people who are doing coil shots are using phones.
Yeah.
And the phones are fucking amazing. Like, they're really incredible quality. You just need to get the lighting. Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly right. Like, when I do like my vloggier style content, I throw camera footage in with my professional cameras, and people can't tell the difference between the frames. And that's, if you take manual control of your camera, you can open it up to much more professional looking images and video. And so when I do that video, I'm going to give some recommendations about third-party apps that'll give you manual control. And then you just lock off the focus, and with the rail, you just move through the entire coil. One thing I'm going to have to look into is like a cheap or free way of stacking photos, because I don't know how to do that on a mobile device. I don't know if it's possible.
There are apps that will let you stack the photos from a mobile. There's also remote apps that you can use if you have a PC. You just hook up your phone to the PC with a USB cable that comes with the phone, and I think I sent Josh Mean the link for it the other night. I can't remember the name of it.
All right, I'll have to talk to you.
There is an app.
Okay, I'm gonna email you my phone number. Can you shoot me a text at some point so it's just easier to communicate with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. All right, so I've got my 4 cores made, essentially. My 2 long ones that I'm going to turn into 4. Nick looks like he's almost done with his, and we've got Big G really cruising at a remarkable pace, if you ask me, through that braid that he's making.
I'm almost done.
Man, that's me. Ah, gosh, I want to learn. I'm so jealous. I want to learn to braid.
They're really, really good late night builds. You know, when everyone's going to bed and you can't bring the drill
Right.
out. You know,
You know what would be cool for you? Do you have a hand drill, G?
I don't. I keep saying I'm going to invest in the fisters.
Dude, it's like $10.
Yeah, I might
Uh,
actually do that.
when you get one, you can do all your loud prep work, like your spacing or your whatever, your pitchforking throughout the day, save it, and then come on here and we can all do the same sort of topic build,
Yeah,
and you can just run your hand drill.
yeah.
You know what? I have an electric skateboard, and the brushless motors on that are really fucking quiet. You would think by now, with the brushless motor technology, that they would make brushless motor drills, which I know they do, but they're still not fucking quiet. But I feel like they do have the ability to do that, and they just
Oh, yeah.
haven't. All right, I don't have any way to measure these, which I would normally do. I would measure how long these cores are and cut them exactly in half. So, I really hate eyeballing it too. I should just go grab my tape measure. Nick, let me borrow your tape measure. Just hand it over real quick, will you? All right, just hold it out so I could hold these up to the screen and figure out how long. All right, cool. Thanks. Got it. All right.
So I'm parallel Clapton. My parallel Clapton's done over the ribbon stack. I got to cut one of these, one of them staying on. So the one closer to the swivel staying on, the one that's closer to the drill. There's two wires going up. The one closer to the drill is the one I'm taking off, which is usually the cheaper of the wire. Like I'll have two spools. I have like a nice spool that twisted messes, and then I'll have a cheaper wire that's going to be my burn wire. That's going to end up getting thrown out. And then I just put my drill in reverse, pull on the burn wire, and it's going to come off and leave my spacing behind. So I just got a nice tight parallel Clapton here. But when I take one off,
You know,
so essentially I just got a staple coil here, but it's parallel wrapped. And when I do this,
this is so hard to see.
that's going to leave, which is going to be so hard to see because it's 42 gauge, but it's going to leave just a space.
Oh yeah, we could see it.
Man.
Here, let me make you big. Oh wait, that didn't work. How do I make you?
Pin video. Go up to the top right of my picture. Actually, I think I could do it. Wait, can I do it?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah. And then when I take the one off,
Oh, that didn't work. Oh, there it goes.
leave that behind.
Yeah, that worked perfectly, huh?
Yeah, it works really good. That's why for ribbon stats, I like to do that rather than a loop method. And then the waste is just worth it because you have a perfect spacing. So I'll waste that much wire to get a perfect spacing.
I keep putting dead batteries in my mod.
Yeah, today I woke up with one battery kind of charged. I had to charge them all today. Phones, if all you're doing is coil shots, all you need is a phone. You don't need to get all crazy with a camera if all you do is coil shots. Now, if you have like family and you want to take cool pictures, or like some people get into photography for product shots and stuff, and you're actually making money off of your pictures, or you're planning on making money off of taking pictures, then you could do it. But you don't need a nice camera to get coil shots.
No,
Especially
you do not.
since the days of getting sponsored are pretty much over anyway. So
Yep.
Yeah, so like I see these guys that do photos of like products, juices, and they're really high caliber photos, and what they don't realize is they are completely devaluing themselves and everybody else who spent the time, energy, and money to get to that caliber of skill. And they're doing it for free just for people to send them products and juice. And, you know, they're putting, it takes a lot of time and effort to stack photos, to purchase all the equipment, set it all up, take the photos, get all the lighting correctly, get all the shit off the coil, then take it into post, stack it, post-process it, so retouching and all that. You're talking a good chunk of time and for no compensation. And that to me doesn't seem fair. And then because people can get it for free, nobody's willing to pay anybody else to do it. Why would they, you know?
Yeah.
It's a great deal for the businesses, but it sucks for all of the rest of the photographers and everyone. Oh man, I have us so fucked up in Zoom right now. Or OBS rather. Sorry about that. I cut G's face off.
I don't think people will complain.
Oh, they will. Like, we need to see G. We can't keep looking at Nick and Kenny. Oof. All right, where am I at? I should just go get a tape measure because I know I'm going to eyeball this and then be pissed when I've got two that are way longer than the other ones. Oh, I do need my hand drill. All right, actually, yeah, I'm going to grab my tape measure. I will be right back, guys.
All right.
Ugh, we lost another one. Going down like flies. We lost another one. All right, where is that freaking chat? There it is. Cool. All right. So I am done that part. I just got to put frames on this and fuse it. I'm going to be done way quicker than Kenny is. I can tell you that. Are you done that braid, G?
Yeah.
What?
Didn't turn out as well as I thought it was going to, but
What was the gauge on the...
I was using 35.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's quick. Wow. All right. I need some 29 gauge nichrome for my frames. I have 28 here. I don't want to use 28. I want 29. 29, 29, 29, 38, 26, 44. Everything but 29. There it is.
So, here's what I do when I can't find my tape measure because my kids play with all my shit and I can never find anything. So, oh, there you go. I just have some string, some twine, and I'm going to take the twine and pull off the same length as my cores because I don't want to bend these cores, right? I don't want them curved at all. So I'm going to cut the exact length with the twine. So this is exactly how long my cores are. And then I'm going to fold this in half and cut this. And now I've got my half measurement. So I can lay this against my cores, and that's my measurement. So that's a neat little trick if you can't find your tape measure and don't want to eyeball shit.
Could balance it too.
What do you mean balance it?
If you
Oh,
take
yeah.
that wire
Yeah,
and
yeah,
balance
yeah.
it in the middle.
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
It's actually amazing how well that works. I'm sure some people aren't that good at it, but and basically what I mean for anybody that's like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Where's that 22 gauge? I had some 22 gauge laying here this morning.
No. No.
Oh, what is this? Oh, I found a decor. Oh, I guess I don't have it anymore. Where the hell did it go? Well, color me stumped. Where did that go? It must have fell in between my desk. Color me confused. There it is. All right. So I have a piece of 22 here. So if I wanted to cut it in the middle, right?
Oh God, I botched that.
Pretty tuney. How's it going, sir?
I still fucked it up.
Try to guess where the middle was by balancing it on my finger. And then wherever it's even, wherever it's balanced and level, you cut it right where it's touching your finger. And then you should get the same size wire on both sides. And I did.
There we go.
It even held into account the loop on the one side. Oh shit, Big G. Whoa, is that a Celentra?
Yep.
Oh damn.
It's the first time I've actually managed to get the fuses or whatever you want to call them looking fairly straight.
Yeah.
Dude, could you stagger that? Is that what you
Probably
did?
could actually. No.
It looks like you did.
Yeah, Celentras or Celentra or whatever the hell they call it. They're very nice. They kind of look like a staggered coil, but they're a braid.
All right, Stan, take it easy, man.
Take it easy, Stanley. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. All right, so I'm just stabilizing these cores with my little paper clips that I swear by. Fucking love these things. And I'm just being really gentle because I don't want to botch up this spacing. And when I get to the end, I'm just going to grab some whatever pieces of wrap wire I have laying around. It doesn't matter at all.
How many cores you doing?
Just 4.
Just 4?
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Yeah, I need an easy night after the last couple fails I've done live. I need a win.
I actually don't think 4 cores is easy as some people think. I think that they can be easy. It's all depending on the spacing, really.
Yeah, we'll see.
Spacing's good.
Yeah, this will be a nightmare if I fucked up the spacing. Because then you're trying to get them all to lay together, and they're not, and...
Yeah. All right. Getting my frames on my staple now, and then I should be able to fuse this pretty quickly, I think. If the spacing is good, it's usually a lot easier to fuse it.
Oh, wait, I need my... Not this drill. I need my other drill.
Addy Tooney, what's going on?
Mr. Tooney, how are you, my friend? Alright, let's get this crimped in here.
I imagine Mario Brothers is making a huge resurgence with the quarantine. I know we've been playing it a lot. We play at least for like 4 hours a day, probably. Between Mario Brothers and Mario Kart.
Okay. I am set up to wrap.
I'm almost set up to wrap my damn self.
Oh man, Vapey Aussie has cancer. That sucks.
Yeah, we did a whatchamacallit. There was a raffle and stuff that G.I. Jane set up, I believe. Yeah, it does suck. I believe
That's-
that he's went through the
Yeah,
surgery.
he has. He's went through the treatment and that, and it seems to have gone well,
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
from what I've heard anyway.
God, I don't wish that upon anybody, man. Chemo's
Nah,
a bitch.
he's a great guy, and even like while he's going through that, and people are like raising money to help out with the hospital expenses and stuff. Like he was raising money for the Australian fires and shit.
Sweet. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Man, my heart breaks for him. That sucks.
Yeah. All right. Getting ready to fuse.
I can't fucking see.
Yeah. David Rydell, I would definitely suggest starting to play your video games if you're stuck inside. It's definitely a really good way to waste some friggin' time and have fun at the same time with your family and stuff.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of Smash Brothers, and
Yeah.
my son loves Splatoon 2 quite a bit.
In I'm definitely better at Mario Brothers, but in Mario Kart, Ava has gotten very good at it. And it's right now, like this week, it's been like 50-50. Where when we picked it up a couple weeks ago, it was like me 90% of the time. Now it's like 50-50 this week. She'll win, I'll win. She's gotten very good at it. Yeah, Kenny would like the goggles that I have for sure. The glasses that I have or the loop that I have, he would definitely like it. Hopefully he gets them ones. Last time I checked, they were like $5.
Yeah, I've got to do something because I'm really struggling here.
Yeah, it's a game changer having something that you could see. This magnification, it just helps so much. I used to like never wear magnifying glasses in with building and stuff. Even when I went live the whole first year, I hardly put them on. And then now that I use them damn near all the time.
Yeah, I would use them if I had them.
The Zeus X RTA. Do you have a Zeus X RTA, Sherlock?
I have the original Zeus. I don't have the X.
What kind of build would you put in there?
The original? What's nice about that RTA is that it's a pretty big deck, so you can actually fit some decent coils in there. But what I like with most RTAs are just regular 3-core alien fused Claptons. I generally like in an RTA stainless steel 26 gauge cores with a 36 or 38 wrap. You don't really have to go crazy. You can even do some fused Claptons. Fused Claptons are great. If you could do a staggered fused Clapton, do that. But you don't have a ton of room with RTAs. So just, I don't know. It depends where your skill level's at too. If you can do some aliens, or if you can't, do some fused Claptons. If you like to vape hot like I do, I would build, like 0.1, 0.12 and rip it at 90 watts and see how it goes. But if you like something a little bit cooler, turn the wattage down. Turn the wattage down and build maybe 0.15 or 0.2. But just play around. There's no right or wrong way to vape. It's really preference, as long as you're doing it safely. So just try a couple things out and see what feels good to you. But the original Zeus, I definitely appreciated because of how much space it had. But I didn't, like, a lot of people loved that RTA, and I just wasn't as enamored with it as most people were. I think there's better RTAs on the market for cheaper.
The original Zeus gave me a lot of dry hits.
Yeah, and it was like the original was just kind of finicky with the way the airflow was, and
yeah, I never ever get used to it, but
yeah, like there's some basic, like back at the same time when that came out, there was like Coil Master had a couple different RTAs that came out that I really loved, like a surprising amount. Like I loved them, and then the Mage, who did that? Coil Art? No, that was no. Who made the Mage? They made a sub-ohm tank and then an RTA, and it's just a beautiful little piece of equipment. It looks awesome. It's like matte black with a gold ring, frosted white or frosted glass tank. It just looks really nice. And that thing performed past my expectations. And I think you could probably get one of those for like $10 now. Like, don't get into that trap where you have to buy something new, because there's not a whole lot of difference, between devices. If you can find a good device from 6 months ago that's on sale, and you're on a budget, don't feel like you're missing anything because you can't buy, for whatever reason, get something that's brand new. Like, stick within your budget, because there's really great stuff that's been out for years. I constantly go back to older devices because I just love them. And despite what people say and put out, there's not a whole lot of innovation that can be done. A lot of the innovation is just frills and aesthetic stuff, and it all does the same fucking thing anyway. So
yeah.
The point of me rambling right now is just don't get caught up in like the newest thing, or if you're just looking for good performance, there's a million great RTAs. I've got a bunch of RTA reviews from like last year, and all that shit would be super cheap and performs. If I like it in the video, then I actually like it. I don't say I like shit that I don't like. So
yeah, like Boxcar Rick saying the Blotto's quite nice. The intake dual's quite nice as well. I was having a look there at the Zeus X, and it looks like it's actually got a bit more room than the original. So yeah, just any old aliens or aliens.
yeah, that's something that would interest me in upgrading, or have me consider up. Oh fuck. And that would be like if the deck got bigger, there was more room inside the RTA, then I would consider upgrading, especially if I already had like an original version. It would have to be a pretty big difference like that for me to consider upgrading.
Well, remember the originals just had the big kind of side panels coming up at the side of the deck.
Yeah.
It doesn't have them anymore. It's just like a drop style deck that it has now. Looks pretty cool, actually.
To this day, my favorite RTA is the Petrie RTA by Dotmod. It's a shitty fill system. Like the top cap just unscrews and leaves you with an open piece of glass that can easily get bumped off.
Yeah.
But aesthetically and performance-wise, you'd be hard pressed to find a better RTA even today. I don't know if that was really popular when it came out or not, but it should have been, because it was amazing.
Yeah, I think it was fairly popular. I seem to remember the name. It's stuck in my head, so.
Well, at least I have one side that looks good. That's all that matters. Can you guys see how close I have to get to this fucking thing to even barely see this thing? And at this point, I can't see what this, like, I can't see what's really going on, so I have to judge it by pattern, the way the light reflects off the wrap wire. And that's how I, like, when I do pitchforks and stuff like that. If you're someone like me who has really shitty eyesight, I rely heavily on patterns because I can't see the spacing. I can't see the wrap, like where the wrap wire's going. So just keep to a pattern, especially when you're like skipping or doing any kind of patterning with like pitchforks and stuff. That's when that really comes into play for me. I cannot wait to get those fucking magnifying glasses.
Yeah, I'm really going to have to look into those ones because as soon as I take my glasses off, I'm pretty much half blind as well.
Yeah.
So it'd be handy to have ones that go over the top.
Yeah, that'd be so nice, wouldn't it?
Frank, I'll certainly look into that for you. Can I get a shot that says Shire Talk with Bilbo G?
That's awesome, dude. You should make that shirt.
I'm actually going to look into doing that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Frank's my #1 troll, but in a good way.
Trolls are just fans who don't know it yet.
Frank's a good guy. He's been on with us for the past few weeks on Saturday Night Vapor. He's a good laugh. He's a good guy. And Clay, yeah, I'll definitely look into that as well for you. Come at me, bro.
I'm gonna make a fuck vape mats. Oh, they're closed. I can't. Damn it.
You should have fuck vape mats, but then have your name like kind of censoring the name.
Yeah. God, these are beautiful coils, man. I bet this would go a lot faster if I could see what I was doing. This is going to take me longer than it took you to braid.
If it makes you feel any better, it didn't actually come out all that tidy.
I thought it looked good.
It's all right, but there's a couple of the loops that didn't lie.
So how do you get them to...
Uniform.
See, I don't know anything about braiding, so I don't even know if I'm going to understand the answer, but... So how do you make it tidier then?
You just have to repeat the same motions, as consistently every time. So if you're pulling down with a certain amount of tension, each time you're pulling down with your lip, you need to kind of match that tension in every step. If you're slightly slack on one of the, when you're tightening the loops, if you're slightly slack in one repetition, then you'll start getting little flaws.
Right.
But yeah, like ATV says, it's all about consistency. Kim's asking, did you watch Saturday Night Vapor last night?
No, I did not.
And Dos Libris, you get used to the tension. You get used to like each gauge, like how much tension you can pull with. I have snapped it quite a few times. But once you start getting into the lower gauges, like under 36 gauge, you can still put quite a bit of tension on it without having to worry about the loops snapping. That's why instead of using 36, I'll I'll use like 35 or maybe 34 for cord braids. If I'm doing just normal flat braids without cores, I'll use 32 gauge, which you can pull that all different ways and it'll never snap. Kim says, shame on you, Sherlock. Spank, spank.
Yeah. Spank's not too much of a punishment for me. Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it last night. I was trying. I had my notifications set and everything, but yeah, I just wasn't able
Yeah,
to.
we got the stream taken down last night.
Why?
It never gave us any reason. It just said that it had a report of a violation of the community guidelines. But I think it was just a bot, because everything that's going on just now. A couple of people
Wow.
said it's maybe just because the bots are having to take care of the monitoring of the channels, so they're just pulling down things left, right, and centre.
That's
But it went
crazy.
back up. It went back up this morning.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm not gonna
So
name any names, but there was a stream where I got really drunk and waved a gun around, and that didn't get taken down.
yeah,
Yeah. I can't imagine you guys did anything extreme like that.
nah, it's like Nick said last night. With about 3 or 4 weeks ago, there's been worse than what we were talking about last night. It gets pretty rowdy, the conversation in there, but it's never anything too controversial. Nothing that warranted being taken down anyway. But I appealed it as soon as it got taken down, and it was back up this morning.
That's a relief, man. YouTube is so tough these days. Like,
Yeah.
all that work and effort could be stripped away from you for something like so inconsequential.
Yeah. Ian Morgan said it was my singing that got it taken down. I actually did think it was, because I was singing Willie Nelson on the road again at one point. So I actually thought it was a copyright thing.
That's insane.
But
That stuff does
yeah.
happen too, which is like
Oh yeah.
the fucked up part.
But as Nick's pointed out, the whole copyright infringement, it's usually the companies themselves
Yeah, and they won't take it down.
that own the copyright that take
Right.
it down rather than YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of the music labels have whole departments dedicated to dealing with that stuff.
Yeah.
And they do have partnerships with YouTube where their AI catches it automatically and flags it for them.
Yeah.
They took down my best performing build tutorial, how to make an alien fused Clapton, from a couple years ago. Had like 200 something views, maybe 300,000 views, and they took it down for violating community guidelines.
I would appeal that.
Oh, I did. I lost the appeal. They couldn't give me a reason
Really?
why. Yeah, they could not give me a reason.
Holy shit.
They would not tell me what exactly about the video, about the content, was harmful or dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first, one of my first Enigma tutorials got taken down. Well, it was taken down in a lot of countries. Like I got a lot of people telling me, like, I tried to watch it and it just goes and says that it's unavailable in this country. So I had to make a whole other tutorial because I did dispute it and they never gave it back. They give it back to like certain countries. I don't think US is one of them though. Yeah, it's easier if you just know, like the guidelines. If we follow the guidelines, if you just tell me, like, you can't talk about this,
Right.
you can't say this word, that would be fine. But you don't know, like, what am I doing wrong, so I don't do it again.
Right. Let me not lose my livelihood and all the effort and work I've put into it.
Yeah, like if they came out and they said you can't talk about COVID-19, okay, fine. We won't.
Right. But we had to find out by people doing a lot of investigative work and uploading videos with different words to see what gets flagged and taken down.
Yeah. All right. It's pasta roller time. It's possible all the time, bitches. All right.
Do you pasta roll all your builds?
Anything that is a flat build, it will make it look better.
Yeah.
Just about anything that's a flat build, it will make it look better. What you're
Especially
doing there would
Staggertons.
make look better. This Staggerton, it's going to make it look better. It cleans up just about any little imperfection, makes it look so much cleaner.
Yeah. Especially the Staggertons, it just makes the fuses look a whole lot more uniform.
Yep.
William Grimm's asking, where did you get those orange clips?
Oh, the orange. He's talking about mine?
The fuse clips, yeah.
Okay, it's made by 3D Vape, which is a company in Germany. Apparently, they're pretty cheap, but they are awesome. I only have one, but I'm getting more sent to me. They got their little spring-loaded clips, but it's made by 3D Vape, which is a company in Germany, and they're amazing. They're really nice. Yeah, I would say if you could get them, get them.
3D Vape do a lot.
Because it's open on the one side. It's not like you could have your cord set up and say, you know what, I need it, and just slip it right on. It's not like the cord locks. Like I like to use these too. Sometimes these cord locks from, like sweatshirts or whatever.
Yeah, but once it's on the course, you have to take it off of the swivel to get it off.
Yeah, this is flat. The cord locks are curved. This is flat, and it's actually got like a little notch on the end, so it won't like slide off. It's got like, man, it's so hard to see because the orange is terrible on the camera. But hold on.
Oh, they're in Russia.
You see, it's got a little.
I knew you were a fucking communist.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, guys, you should pick me up.
They're Russian.
I'm really awesome. Yeah, buddy.
Got a massive overbite.
All right. Ooh, I got to go all the way down on this one.
This one, Ken. Yeah, there's the link there. Ken Dixon just put it up there.
So this is a small build that the actual pasta roller cannot even flatten because it's so thin.
Bummer. You gonna hammer it?
No, not hammer it. So what I do is what me and Rambo were talking about yesterday.
Roll it.
I got this stainless steel mod. I got this steel block that came with my jeweler's hammer, and I'll just put the wire on that and just light tension. Roll it. And even to the naked eye, you'll see that it looks better. Any kind of, like if I had to reverse a couple times because I didn't fuse it properly, so I had to reverse and go back. So any of them wrinkles are going to flatten out and look a lot better than just a wrinkled wire in a macro shot.
Right.
And I will show you what these look like. I did have one mistake in there. I was playing with the fuse wire. I let it go at some point and it bounced off. And it made a knot in the 42 gauge. Which won't be in my coil. Because it was on a certain end. These are looking pretty spiffy.
Yeah, I tell you what, one of my my two favorite new friends are two of my favorite new people that I just am really
left hand and right hand.
Well, yeah, always. They're not new friends, but Kim Dixon and her husband, they're good people.
They're really good people. Yeah, yeah.
Absolute salt of the earth.
No, you motherfucker. I can't tell if that's messed up or not.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Tiger.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's good enough light there. It's a little dark, but 10 pieces of 0.3 nichrome, 29 gauge frames, nichrome, and nichrome 42 gauge fusing.
You know what I'm really looking forward to is vape expos.
Vape, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to go to another one soon.
I was supposed to be going to the big one in Birmingham this year. Yep. supposed to be hooking up with, you know, the vaping misfits.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be hooking up with all of them. They do like a big, they go to like a Chinese buffet, and everybody that hangs out with them goes to the Chinese buffet, does a bit
Yeah.
of karaoke and whatnot, and just generally has a good laugh.
Yeah.
Don't think it's going to be happening this year.
I'm sure I bet you they postpone it, dude.
I
People
hope so.
make some money there. People make some money, so.
It's just a shame because they'd already booked all their hotels. So I don't know if they'll manage to get refunds or what.
Yeah.
Hope so.
They absolutely should, because the hotels are closed. So if you can't honor your reservation, you
That's
better
true.
fucking refund people.
Yeah, that's true. Never thought of that.
I would fight that one hard. What people don't understand is that you can 99% of the time get what you want when you're doing phone calls. You just have to not give up. And most people give up. You just have to keep don't take no for an answer. Keep fighting and keep asking for supervisors. You will eventually get what you want.
Yeah.
That goes with
Yeah,
anything.
I used to work
Yeah.
in customer service, but one of the things you need to remember as well is never lose your shit.
Yeah.
Because
Don't be
as
an
soon
asshole.
as you lose a shit with a customer service representative, they hang up. They have the right to hang up on you at that point. So that's what we always get told when I was doing it.
Yeah, you get more bees with honey than vinegar.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
See, I don't play by them rules. I just go, what are you, some kind of asshole? Sir, did you just call me an asshole? No, I asked you if you're some kind of an asshole. Where's your supervisor? Is he some kind of piece of shit?
Maybe works different over there.
Yeah.
But over here, you know, we are all
Civilized folk.
nicey, and it seems to be the only way you get anywhere. We don't take shit. We just hang up the phone.
That's the best way to deal with an asshole over the phone. Just hang it up.
You can't do that in the UK? Dude, yeah. Customer service over here, you go at it with them.
Oh, people try it.
Yeah,
You still try it, you know, but you still reserve the right to hang up on them.
Yeah, but the thing is like most of the people we're talking to are fucking assholes. So like, it's like I think they know that. Yeah, this dude's right. I am some kind of asshole. Because they don't hang up on you. They
start
just go,
questioning their motives on everything.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, these policies suck, so I might be some kind of asshole. Yeah, you should probably talk to a supervisor.
Yeah. Yeah, all
that's
the calls
a good point,
are recorded.
Ian. Yeah, that's a good point.
And there's so many companies over here for everything that you could always threaten to leave that company or whatever. And most companies actually do take some kind of pride in being the company that you choose.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Comcast and tell them, you know, I'll just go to Verizon. This bill's ridiculous. That's not what we agreed on, or, you know, I can't afford it, so I just got to move on. Most of the time, they'll give you some kind of other deal.
Or they'll give you a home box. They'll give you HBO for free for 6 months.
Yeah, you'll get something. But that goes with unemployment and stuff too. Like in America, anybody fighting for their unemployment or their checks or something, if they deny you, you got to appeal that shit, because you will. I know people that have gotten denied for it and they fought that and they got it.
Well, see, I'm preparing to be denied. I know I'm going to, because when I applied, the system wasn't built out for business owners and independent contractors yet. But I applied anyway, so I'm waiting on getting my denial so I can fight them about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you have time to fight, you might as well fight.
Oh, yeah. I just feel bad for the people who aren't as willing to put up a fight. You know, like introverted people who just aren't good for standing up for themselves. Like, because I know a lot of people don't like conflict. I mean, nobody really likes conflict. Some of us are just better at it than others. But like most people do not like conflict, so they'll do whatever they can to avoid it. So when they hear no, they go, okay.
Yeah.
But you have to be your own advocate.
Yep.
Albert Rodriguez, how's it going?
My build's going pretty smooth. It's just taking me forever.
Yeah.
See what I mean, G, though? You could be doing this with us. Tedious, monotonous bullshit.
I'm definitely going to look into getting one.
All right, all wrapped up.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it if you can spare the $10.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you do? Do you have a drill that can go slow? Is that why you haven't needed one?
Yeah. The DeWalt I've got, it has the slow gear on it's actually pretty. It's still, when you first pull the trigger, it can, kind of shoot off quite fast, but you just kind of let go a bit and it's a bit more controllable.
Damn, dude, those came out awesome.
Yeah, that 42 gauge always looks pretty sharp because it's just so friggin' thin. It's always hard to get on camera though, because you need a lot of light to see it. And
Yeah, they look just completely smooth. Like,
Yeah.
I love high gauge like that.
yeah.
I have like 1 inch done. Jesus Christ. How did you knock that out so fast?
I love stagger. That's why I like Staggertons. I was so happy when you said, I'll do stagger fuse Claptons. Focus better than
Dude,
that.
Tank, if you commissioned me to make this coil that I'm making right now for you, I would charge you probably $60 plus shipping to do this. If not more, probably more.
Yeah.
This is why I stopped making these kind of things. It just takes too fucking long.
Man,
Unless you're N.devine.
See, I think that's what a lot of coil builders kind of, even myself, I've been doing it for a while. Whenever I've sold coils, like I've had a couple of people tell me charge, for the time it takes you
yeah.
to actually build it instead of how difficult is the coil, because there's some coils that are actually really simple to do, but it takes you a bit of time to prep, and then vice versa. But if you charge for the time it actually takes you could probably be making more.
Yeah, and you got to think about all the time you spent investing in learning how to do this and the wire that you spent over the years fucking up coils before you started getting it. Yeah, it's your time. Your time is the most valuable thing most valuable asset ever is time. And some of these things
Absolutely.
take fucking hours to build.
Yeah. And you're going to see different prices everywhere depending on how easy something is to how hard it is. Like a 4-core stagger fuse Clapton, I'd probably charge like 35 or something for a set. I've sold 3 cores for like 20. 3 cores are pretty easy for me. Once you get the 4 cores, it gets a lot more things have to set in line for 4-core. Every time you add a core,
it gets more difficult.
Yeah. I mean, 2 cores, it's like, yeah, it's easy.
Somebody just said, Cody Boyd said he's been underselling his FSCs. Yeah, dude, don't be afraid to charge what you're worth for coils. Think about the time you spend doing it, and your time is valuable. I'm really getting tired. This isn't against you, but just the coil builders in general. they get so excited when they can learn to build coils, so they start selling coils for super dirt cheap. And again, just like the photography stuff, it undervalues everybody. And so we, as coil builders, we need to be charging our worth. Like, we need to be charged. You can either send, so it's a business principle too. Do you want to sell? If you're going to charge a low price, you need to sell a fuck ton of them to make any money, or you raise your prices and sell fewer, and that's the better way to do it, because that's less time. You're still making as much money as if you're selling a million of them, but you're working less, and that's less stress, less time for the same amount of money. It's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's why I don't like getting into selling coils too much. That's
All right,
not really
Jerry.
why I got into it. So I don't really like to, I don't want to become somebody that just produces a whole bunch of coils instead of doing stuff that is challenging for me.
That's exactly what happened to me. I lost my,
Yeah.
I was just building production, and I was like, I don't want to fucking touch a piece of wire ever again in my life. You know, after making thousands and thousands of aliens, it's just like, man, this sucks. I hate doing this. That's what it turned into. You turn it into any hobby into a job, and it's a job, you know.
Yeah.
I might. How long have we been doing this? A while now. 10:30. It's about 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
All right. I might not finish this coil tonight because it's probably going to be another hour before I finish this.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going for a little while though.
Yeah, let's go. You want to go for like until 10:45?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we'll do another 15 minutes and then we'll wrap it up. We're still
All
still in Coil Wars. How are they doing over there?
Pretty good. If anybody has questions, I'll just look at the chat now.
Yeah, drop your questions, guys, about these builds that we did, about other builds, any kind of braid questions. Big G's a good resource on that. Get your questions in about anything, photography, whatever you're curious about, drop them.
Yeah, I got both chats up, so shoot them over. Does anybody recommend a video to do aliens? I recommend the video to do aliens. There's some fucking guy, extremely good looking, funny, fucking awesome at building coils.
His name's N.devine83 and
Ah,
Devine83.
you messed up the joke.
Yeah, I got you. I beat you to the punchline,
dude.
Oh.
I was gonna say I could get a link right now, I think, for my alien video.
Yeah, mine got taken down, so.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it had like my original one had like almost 300,000 views, and it got taken down.
This is my alien. Where is it? Copy link address, and we are right there. There's my link in that chat. Clayton.
So if you guys want to see this completed build, because I will finish this probably tomorrow, I will get some photos up of it. Oh, I don't have my macro, but I've got my extension tube, so I will get some shots of this done at some point. They'll be up on Instagram if you want to see the completed build.
Maybe I'll take a picture of that Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if I'd be able to. Man, that might be a lot on my computer. I'll have to take a picture of that and put it up, because a lot of people ask me about that poster. That's actually a fabric poster. It's not like a poster. It's like a roll-up fabric poster, and it's like one of the few things through 2 runs of addiction that I've kept with me. Like with losing everything and being basically fucking homeless, I kept that at my mom's house. And we get that. And I had that. It's like one of the few things that stay with me. What builds in cookware build have piqued your guys' interest?
Don't know what you're saying, bro.
Cookware build. What builds in cookware build have? Oh, in Coil Wars build off, I think he's meaning to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mass Coils is part of the Resistance crew. So anything that Mass Coils does, I'm a fan of. There was another guy that did.
Gregaris Stephanopoulos.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephanopoulos. Yeah, that was a good one.
I'm just kind of blown away in general by the caliber of builders and how many amazing builders there are. Like a couple years ago, there was only maybe a handful of really talented builders. Now it's like great builders are a dime a dozen. It's crazy.
Yeah. Tank, that was an accident by Clayton to hide your comments. I think he did that on accident.
Yeah, he will have.
There, you're unhidden now. There you go.
I love fucking with people and muting them for bullshit.
Also, favorite method for spacing a Clapton for stagger fuse. Are you asking that? Because I literally just put a video up. I can give you that link too. I literally just put one up 4 days ago. It's a 7-minute video.
Yeah, it's a great resource.
It's just called Best Loop Method, but I'll get it right now. Obviously, I don't think it's the best. It's my favorite loop method, but that's kind of a clickbaity way of just putting a title out there because you kind of have to do that, which is unfortunate, but you do. Same thing with my picture. It's just funny how people will do douchey things to get their video out there, right? To show off their video.
You fucking have to.
Yeah, and people fall for it. Like they'll fall for it. Like I even put that picture of me going like this on the thing because I knew it was a douchebag thing to do. I was like, I'm gonna try it.
Oh, the whole clickbait thing?
Yeah. Try the clickbait thing.
Yeah.
So really, I think clickbait's an overused term, and I think it's used quite inconsistently and inadequately. So clickbait would be like if you were like,
if it's a lie,
making this coil earns you $1 million. Like that would be clickbait.
That's true.
You saying this is the best loop method is factually true. Like
I got an immediate erection from using this loop method.
Yeah, right. This loop method will cure erectile dysfunction. Like that would be clickbait. And I would click that video. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, ADV, take it easy, man. Enjoy Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Guatemala, what is up? Somebody from Guatemala, look at that. Isn't that amazing how we can all talk from all over the fucking world?
It is pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just real time and...
Especially considering when we were kids, we had to call each other's landlines. Like,
yeah,
calling Guatemala would cost you like $600 on your phone bill.
Drew, how's it going, sir?
I remember when I was in high school, I called a porn, like a, pay by minute porn thing, like chat with ladies, some late night commercial that I saw, and I called it when I was a teenager, and the bill came in and it was like $250 something, and my mom was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, oh, it wasn't me. Man, YouTube's over the top with blocking comments.
Yeah. Especially, like, if your channel's already got, like, the age restriction on it, I don't see why they should have to censor stuff, the comments.
Right.
it should be an automatic process. You know, it should have. I mean, they're putting all sorts of algorithms into YouTube already. So how hard would it be?
Right,
If
right,
you have an age restriction on your channel, you're not likely to have kids there.
right,
You
right.
know, so don't censor the comments.
I do have you can, on your channel you can blacklist words. So if you try to type some sort of comment with, like, I blocked really derogatory, like nasty slang words that would not be
Mhm.
appropriate for anybody to use. I blocked a bunch of those words.
Yeah.
But nobody's saying any of those kind of things. So why would
Yeah.
it take the liberty to? I mean, the guy said kicked my ass too. Like, why would it fucking block that? You know, like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
It's like, the technology gets so good where it starts beeping out curse words when we're talking, you know?
Yeah.
Like it would just be a 30-second delay, and when you say fuck vape match, you just hear beep vape match.
We'd be hearing a lot of beeps.
Yeah.
Can you imagine our show on a Saturday? There'd be just no content.
Rowdy hour with Big G.
Rowdy 7 hours the last time.
All right, maybe I'll just get this. How much time? Oh, I've got 2 minutes. There's no way. I would like to at least finish one coil, but it's not going to happen.
Wonder how. I don't know how to watch this video on whatchamacallit. I know how to end it though, so that's good. Alien Coil.
Kim just said that your channel would sound like Morse code, Nick.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Eating bats. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. Back in the 80s, you could call Santa for $2.99 the first minute, $1.99 additional.
Yeah. 1,000 plus phone bill. Jesus.
Gonna have to get a new shirt. Where's N.devine Rambo at? What the hell?
Dwayne made me a liar. I'm not happy about it.
We got to, yeah. We'll have to figure out.
I hope he's all right.
Oh, Thesis is live too. Look at that. He's been going live a lot too, which is awesome. All right, David. Yeah, we're shutting this down like now anyway. So
Yeah.
anybody on Facebook, if it's, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Just a second.
A good macro lens clips for a phone, they're all pretty much the same. Get the cheapest one you can. They're all the same piece of little plastic. That just makes sure. I literally buy $5 ones. I know there's a couple good ones out there. Whether they're worth it or not, I don't know. You can get a good one for like 25, but
they're worth it. So
yeah.
any glass you put in front of your lens is going to substantially affect the image. So if you're putting a piece of shitty quality plastic in front of your lens, that's going to show through. If you're putting a nice piece of glass in front of your lens, you're going to get better results. If you could spend as much as you can with that within reason, but you're going to see quite a significant return on investment getting something on the more premium side of that kind of thing. It's going to be less distortion, less vignetting. It's going to give you a clearer image. If you spend like $30 to $50 on a nice like, you can get Moment. There's a company called Moment that makes lenses for cell phones. They make like anamorphic like crazy. They make crazy lenses. If they make a macro lens, I would highly recommend that. But for the cost of their lenses, you could buy like a cheap DSLR. But there are other companies that make like higher quality glass for your phone that isn't ridiculously expensive. So it depends on where your budget is. Get the best you can for your budget would be my recommendation.
Yeah, like Drew said, the biggest diameter you could get is probably the best.
Yeah, because it really sucks if it's too small for your lens or the viewing angle of your lens, and so you see a black circle around it.
Yeah, I get that. I usually crop that shit out.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can, instead of putting it on wide mode on your phone, put it on like the telephoto, the tighter looking field of view. What I will say though is that when you're getting to like the $15 price range for clip-ons, at that point, that's all the same. Just spend as little as possible if that's where your budget's at. Between the $15 and $20 one and the $5 one, there's not going to be a difference. It's all the same shit coming from China anyway.
Yeah.
You can get them on eBay for like $3. You know what I did want to check out? It's like a telescope that plugs into your phone.
Yes, I seen that.
I want to check that out and see how that works.
They also have like little like magnifying lenses with a USB port for your computer. Actually, the girl I was talking about, Nikki B, that makes the vape mats, actually has one, and it's just like a little telescope, and you can put your coils under there. It's like 10 times magnification.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I would love to be able to, I could just hold it right above the coil.
Yeah.
Instead of messing with this whole setup. Man, that'd be great for our streamers.
Yeah, exactly. Coil Wars, I'm going to shut this down. I want to thank everybody for watching.
Thanks so much, guys.
Actually, yeah, definitely check out Sherlock Ohm's YouTube channel. Check out Wire Talk with Big G YouTube channel and my channel, N.devine83, all coil building channels and more. So everybody have a good night. Thank you for watching. Sorry we couldn't have Dwayne here. Maybe we could do this another time, me and Dwayne, and see if we can get that all situated. But I'm sure he had something important to do. So everybody have a great night, and we'll see you later. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Bye, guys.
We have left.
All right, and that's going to do it for us as well on my channel. I forget what I was going to say. I just lost my train of thought. I got to really practice these ending things. I'm not good at them. But yeah, Nick did so much better. He's so smooth. You could tell he streams a lot.
Yeah, it's different. At first, I started writing that shit down and like trying to memorize a thing. And then I felt like too much like a robot, so I stopped doing that.
But all right, guys, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks so much for being with us. Definitely check out everybody's links; they're in the description. If you want to check out my new merch, that's linked down below as well. SherlockHolmes.com just dropped a bunch of new merch. What else? You guys want to do any promo?
Yeah, I mean, we do this enough. Definitely check out Wire Talk with Big G's channel.
Yeah, for sure. Great content over there. Maybe I'll be a guest over there eventually if he invites me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But all right, guys, we're gonna get off here before it gets too late. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Hope you found it useful. Make sure you hit smash that like button. Like that smash button if you did. Get subscribed to everybody you see. You won't regret it. And yeah, we're gonna call it a night, guys. Thanks so much for being here.
For having us.